I have a question for you. It's about grief. Well, does grief ever really go away, or does it just find a place to hide? I had the strangest thing happen to me the other day. My husband was washing his hands at the kitchen sink, and I was standing at the refrigerator looking for the last little plastic cup of yogurt. You know how easily they can get lost behind all the big stuff in there. And because I had the refrigerator door open all the way, I didn't see my daughter and her little neighbor friend walk in very quietly. Well, I heard my husband say, "Your mother called and she wants you to call her." And for one split second, my heart leaped, before my brain could actually register the impossibility of that, since my mother passed away 4 years ago. Something in my heart brightened at hearing words I haven't heard in years. Your mother called. And in just an instant, I felt all those things I used to feel when my mother would call. Hey, I wonder how she's doing. I haven't heard from her. I miss her voice. I bet she has a funny story to tell me about one of my sisters. And then only a second later, I heard a little girl on the other side of the refrigerator door say, "Okay, thank you. May I use your phone?" Well, in many cultures, there is a formal period of mourning for a loved one that usually lasts a year. And I think that's a good tradition, to acknowledge that someone has lived and that they are missed and that life has been different in the years since they died. But a tradition like that is also designed, I think, to acknowledge that, as we hear all the time, life must go on. And it should. We need to put the souls of those we've lost into God's hands and trust that in His mercy, we will somehow be reunited in a way that isn't always easy to imagine. But as beings of soul and spirit, as well as body, it's not an impossible concept to embrace. I've experienced too many moments of grace myself when I was completely reassured of my departed parents and friends, placed even now in the presence of their Creator, to doubt that there is a loving God and a life ahead with Him. And yet, with all the assurances of Scripture and the supportive traditions of culture, I don't think we ever truly just stop missing the ones we love. How can we? Why should we? I have some thoughts I want to share with you about grief and life going on after we lose someone we love. But I have to save that for next time. In the meantime, I'd like to hear your thoughts. And if you are grieving, I hope you will go on today with the knowledge that you are loved and that you are not alone. See you soon.